Hello and welcome to Let's Play Stardew Valley, episode 21. We're here on the rainy, thunderstormy morning of year 1, summer the 13th. Go ahead and check that TV. Nothing good on TV. Pet Fartomo the dog. Oh yeah, look at those melons. It looks like 31 of my 32 melon crops have survived the thunderstorms. And I'm now going to harvest. So when thunder destroys a crop, it leaves behind this like little withered stalk here. These can be removed with the scythe at no penalty to your energy. Since my hops have matured, I will harvest the hops basically every day for the rest of summer. Harvest some summer squash. Alright, so for these melons, I'm going to save 5 of them for the bundle in the community center. And I will sell the 15 Silver Star melons. And I'll go ahead and sell all but 5 of the normal melons. For the hops, I'm going to sell the gold hops and keep the silver and normal hops. The reason I don't just sell every crop is I want to keep some around for use in recipes and some to put in the preserves jar. Let's see what this letter says. Hello there, dear. I hope your farm is doing well. I'm sending you a little something from my kitchen. I hope it didn't crumble in the mail. Signed, Granny Evelyn. And she gave me a chocolate cake, rich and moist, with thick fudge icing, plus 150 energy. That is a pretty good cake, I gotta say. So I got 2 iron bars out of the furnace, and I'll go ahead and throw some more iron ore in there. Looks like some of my flowers got damaged by thunder yesterday. I'll go ahead and just scythe out the dead one there. My maple tree has produced some maple syrup, and one of my oak trees has produced oak resin. Okay, and then over here I have a stump where a tree was destroyed by lightning. So I'll take care of that stump and plant a new pine tree. Alright, let's go check on Tendy the chicken. And then I think I'm going to go to the mines again today. Whoa. Alright. Tendy the chicken is happy today. Half of a star of reputation with Tendy. I got a regular brown egg off the floor, and I got some mayonnaise from the mayo machine. So I'm just going to throw that egg back in the mayo machine, and I'm going to take this mayo and sell it. Alright, I did say that I'm going to go to the mines immediately, but there are a few things that I want to do first. I want to take my gold star melons to the community center. Same with the tomato. And I want to donate this ancient seed to the museum. head on over to the museum first. Donate to museum. The ancient seed I'm going to put next to the starfish. And I got some kind of reward. Okay, so donating the ancient seed gave me a plantable ancient seed. The tooltip says, could these still grow? And then I have blueprints for crafting ancient seeds. Yeah, alright, so that blueprint just means that if I find the artifact ancient seed again, I can turn it into a plantable ancient seed. Also, I wanted to buy more melon seeds today, so I'm just going to do that real quick. Get 32 of them. Head up to the community center real quick so I can stash these produce goodies. Up in the pantry we have the summer crops bundle, so I'm going to donate the tomato. And I should have brought along a regular melon to donate, but I still have lots of those. Quality crops, I'm going to donate the 5 gold star melons to the quality crops. And then that just leaves corn and pumpkins. I have a feeling that pumpkins are a fall crop. So with these ancient seeds, the tooltip says, could these still grow? The answer is yes, they will still grow. And in fact, ancient seeds are among the most valuable crops in the entire game. This comes at the downside of them being extremely slow growing, and you have to like take each fruit that you get and turn it into seeds. So ending up with an entire farm full of ancient seeds takes a really, really long time. But the sooner the process gets started, the better. So I'm going to go ahead and plant my ancient seed, and I'm going to double, triple cross my fingers that it doesn't get hit by lightning. I mean, the odds of any particular tile getting hit by lightning are pretty low, but definitely not zero. Alright, off to the mines. Head on down to level 40. Take the ladder down to level 41. Okay, we got some new enemies here. They look like bouncing dust bunnies or dust balls. They're actually called dust sprites. And it looks like the one that I just killed dropped 2 coal. The dust sprites are actually probably the most reliable source of coal in the entire game. So if you're hurting for coal in Stardew Valley, just play level 40 of the mines and kill dust sprites over and over, and you'll get plenty of coal. Got some slimes. These are blue slimes, and they have a lot more HP than the green slimes from the other floors. Picked up some frozen geodes. I also picked up something called a frozen tear. It is a mineral, and Gunther can tell me more about it if I donate to the museum. I also picked up something called a winter root, which the tooltip says is a starchy tuber. There's a lot of dust boys on this level. We'll go ahead and send them off to a better place. Got some cave carrots. Okay, I just picked up Dwarf Scroll 3. If you recall, I found Dwarf Scroll 1, which was tied with a red ribbon. This one has a blue ribbon. I wonder how many English. I wonder how many dwarf scrolls there are. Picked up an amethyst. What do I want to sacrifice? I will sacrifice the salmon berries. I'm just going to finish eating them. Alright, and I picked up a topaz. Kill some bats, kill a slime. And we'll head down to level 45. I wonder if I can make level 50. Kind of doubtful, but it's worth a try. Got a bunch of cave carrots. I have like 8 of them now. Level down to 46. I'm actually going to skip the copper because I don't have space to carry it in my inventory. I will go after the iron ore that I find, though. Got a piece of quartz, got a bat. Right, ooh, more dust boys. Getting a decent amount of coal. I have like 11 pieces from this mining trip. Might be enough to make another preserve jar. Found another frozen tear. And another frozen tear. Kill a slime. Kill a bat. Kill some dust sprites. Alright, so that slime that I just killed dropped something. And to find out what it is, I'm going to eat one of my grapes. So the slime dropped a lead rod. This is a level 4 club. It has 18 to 27 damage, which is slightly less than the insect head. -4 swing speed, but +1 crit chance. Interesting. Might have to use that on the next mining trip. I do rather like the insect head sword, though. Looks like I'm on a monster-only floor here. Will I be able to kill the monsters, go down a level, and then go down another level to level 50 before the clock strikes midnight? One way to find out. Here we are, level 49. I have 2 hours to find the exit. Got another frozen tear. Kill a bat, get some quartz. There's a ladder. I'll finish off these dust sprites. Got another frozen tear. It looks like I'll be home in time to get to bed at a decent hour. Okay. What we got here? Treasure chest on level 50. It's Tundra boots. The fuzzy lining keeps your ankles so warm. Okay. Now, what am I going to throw away? I think I'm going to throw away my unstarred summer spangle. Grab the Tundra boots. Swap them out with my normal boots. Alright, I made it to level 50. Home place now. Put some iron ores in the furnace. Go ahead and store all this mineral wealth that I found. I do think I'm going to make another preserve jar. So for that I need 8 coal, 50 wood, and 40 stone. And we'll go to put the 3rd preserve jar there next to the other 2. I just got some pickled kale, so we'll toss that in the bin and see how much that sells for. And then I'm going to put a melon and do a melon and another kale. And off to bed. Looks like I leveled up combat to level 4, plus 5 HP. And I got a new crafting recipe called the Warrior's Ring. Oh boy! Look at all that money from that melon harvest. So the 15 Silver Star melons sold for over 5,000. Each one of the gold stars went for the gold star melons went for $4.12 a piece. So if I had sold off the 5 gold stars, I would have gotten over $2,000 just from the gold stars. And then the regular melons are $2.75 a piece. The next time I do a melon harvest, I'm going to sell almost all of it, and it's going to be a ton of money. The pickled kale went for $2.70. That's pretty good. And the mayonnaise went for $1.90. Okay. It's actually not thunderstorming for once on the morning of the 14th of summer. Looks like we have a new Queen of Sauce. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a mouth-watering recipe. Pancakes! Sometimes I get carried away with fancy, complicated dishes, but there's something comforting about a simple pancake. You'll want plenty of butter and maple syrup to slather all over these warm stacks. You learn how to cook pancakes. So the recipe for pancakes is going to be an egg and wheat flour. You actually don't need maple syrup. You just need flour and egg. Alright, heading outside. We got a letter. Ryan, I'm really glad you become part of our community. I've enclosed a 500 gold check from the Stardew Valley Agricultural Fund to help you continue your good work. Maybe you can buy some more seeds with it. Sincerely, Mr. Lewis. Or is that short for Mayor Lewis? Do you abbreviate Mayor as a title to MR, or does that just mean Mr. Lewis? Got another letter. Hey kid, my throat's about as dry as a desert bone. I'm real thirsty for a pale ale. You got one? Regular old beer won't do. I need a pale ale. Signed, Pam. Accept the quest. The quest is called Pam is Thirsty. Pam is hankering for a pale ale. Regular old beer won't do. You can brew one yourself if you have hops and a keg. Interesting. So how do I make a keg? I don't have the recipe for it yet. Kind of surprised because my farming level, I think it's a farming recipe. My farming level is 7. Maybe I get it on the next one. Alright, so it's time to harvest some blueberries. Looks like my blueberry field got hit by lightning 3 separate times, which is pretty annoying, I gotta say. But I'm still gonna harvest a butt ton of blueberries. And these blueberries, you can harvest them continuously. So I'm just gonna plant 3 new plants there and keep getting it. Harvest my hops. And I still don't have the recipe for the lightning rod. Bummer. Alright, so I got 4 gold star, 11 silver star, and 73 normal blueberries. So I'm going to sell half of those, keep the others. Got some iron bars. Go ahead and brew up some copper bars while I'm at it. Looks like some crops over here took a hit. Got another pine tar. Drop it in the bin. I'm going to change my strategy with the hops. The gold hops sell for only 40 each, which kind of sucks. So I'm just going to save all the hops that I get for brewing. Turn this old farmhouse into a regular craft brewery. Hipster style. Alright. I do have to water my crops because the rain's not going to do it for me today. Since I did not, since I did get to level 50 yesterday in the mines, I don't feel like I need to go to the mines again today. So I'm going to stay and tend to the farm. By the way, I think this is the worst that I've ever seen in Stardew Valley as far as thunderstorms and lightning messing up my crops. It's usually a thing that you just have to deal with, particularly in year 1 in the summer, but it's really bad this time. I've had several thunderstorm days, and my crops have gotten a lot of attention from old Zeus throwing those lightning bolts. So that ancient seed that I planted yesterday has not sprouted or anything. It still just looks like a seed. Almost there. One more. There it is. Everything's watered. Pet Fartomo. Oh, what we got over here? Some more summer squash seeds. Okay. Got some pine tar. Can I break these boulders with my new copper pickaxe? Let's try it. Nope. Still not strong enough. Maybe I need the next one up from copper. Steel pickaxe. Maybe that's what I need. See what Tindy the chicken's up to. Tindy looks really happy. That's what I like to see. Grab some mayo. Grab an egg. Here's some sweet summer music. I think my favorite music in Stardew Valley is the fall music. It's really good. Maybe I'll comment more on it when we get to fall. The fall music sounds like really mellow and kind of sad. Like, maybe sad's not the right word. Maybe it's more like pensive or thoughtful, or it's like melancholy. Yeah, melancholy is a good word for it. But it really fits the mood of like things are getting colder and everything's slowing down, and this is the last harvest before the cold winter. Like I've said before, Eric Barone, who made Stardew Valley single-handedly, the guy is like a genius composer. like, unironically. I'm pretty much a Stardew Valley music fanboy, if you couldn't tell. Alright. Harvested a bunch of wood. Wood, maple seeds, sap. I'm gonna sell this pine tar and mayo. I don't think I have time to get to the, no, I do have time to get to the museum because it closes at 6. Is that right? Yep. Poor Gunther has to work from 8 to 6 every single day. That's a long day. But I'm going to take the Dwarf Scroll and the Frozen Tear to the museum and do some donating. Is there anything else I need to donate? No, that's it for now. Alright, I want some more blueberry seeds and 5 melon seeds and 3 blueberry seeds. Go ahead and grab a spice berry while I'm at it. Here's Jody. She says, "What in the world am I going to make for dinner?" Here's Pierre. Let's go ahead and grab 5 melons and 3 blueberry seeds. How much is the 36 slot bag? Ooh, it's 10,000. I don't quite have the discretionary spending for that right now. Probably end up waiting until the fall to get that. Let's go ahead and donate the Dwarf Scroll 3 and the Frozen Tear. What am I going to do the rest of the day? Guess I'll do a little fishing. Oh, what is this? A rainbow shell. It's a very beautiful shell. And what is this? Coral. A colony of tiny creatures that clump together to form beautiful structures. I like how the color of the ocean is different in the summer too. Oh, I just missed Willie. I wanted to see if I could buy the new fishing pole from him. This bamboo pole that you start the game with is just the basic fishing pole. There are, I think, at least 2 upgrades that you can get for the fishing pole. The first one adds the ability to put bait on it. And bait makes it a lot faster to catch fish. So instead of waiting like 10 seconds for it to bite, it'll bite in, like 5 or less. I just made those numbers up, but it shortens the amount of time for the fish to bite by a significant amount. The second... Oh my god. What is this? Oh, that fish got away. Is that the first time we've seen me lose a fish? Yeah, I think it is. Anyways, the second upgrade of the fishing pole lets you add lures, or various tackle and lures. So that's pretty cool. And there's a ton of different fishing tackle that you can get that does various things. What we got here? Oh, a flounder. One of my favorite fish to eat in real life. Flounder is delicious. Just got a halibut. So the flounder, the tooltip says it lives on the bottom, so both eyes are on the top of its head. And the halibut is a flat fish that lives on the ocean floor. Another halibut. I'll throw one more cast at the big rock. And I got some seaweed for my trouble. Back to the old farm. I'm gonna go ahead and plant these 3 blueberry seeds to make up for the ones that were so cruelly hit by lightning. And then I'm going to grab me some fertilizer. And I'll plant the 5 melon seeds. I do have to be careful because melons take 13 or 12 days to grow. So I'm right on the borderline of where I can't plant anymore before the end of summer. Alright, anything else? Let's check the mushroom cave. Sweet. So I got some big light brown colored mushrooms. These are chanterelles. A tasty mushroom with a fruity smell and a light peppery flavor. Fun fact of the day for you. Mushrooms and fungi are more closely related to animals than they are to plants. I find that to be pretty interesting and a little bit creepy. But it's true. Go wiki it if you don't believe me. Alright, this, I'm gonna store that rainbow shell. Running out of space in this chest here. I'm gonna sell all these fish. And the clam. And the seaweed. And the spiceberry. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep the spiceberry. Because if I have a spiceberry, a grape, and a sweet pea, I can make some summer seeds. I don't have any place to plant summer seeds, but it's nice to have stockpile. Alright, back inside, we got our pancake recipe on Queen of Sauce. It's 11:20. Let's head off to bed. The blueberry harvest was pretty lucrative too. I got over 3,000 just from blueberries, and each of these blueberries can be made into delicious blueberry jam eventually for extra profit. Coral sold for 80, which is not that great. I got 574 from the fish and 120 for the seaweed. And we're going to wake up on the morning of summer the 15th. And it's raining and thunderstorming again. That's going to wrap it up. Peace.